Turkey expert from the Moshe Dayan Center at Tel Aviv University, Dr. Eytan Cohen Yanarocak, joins me in studio. Great to have you with us, as always. If Turkey bans some Israeli goods because of the Gaza violence, how much would that hurt the Jewish state?
Well, it's a good question. I think it will hurt more the Turkish side because as far as the Turkish-Israeli bilateral trade relations are concerned, the bilateral trade volume is coming to the level of $4.2 billion. And in this sense, the balance is in Turkey's favor, meaning Turkey is doing more export to Israel than Israel is doing more export to Turkey. So it will be, let's say, Turkey will fire to itself.
Right, so why make these threats then?
The thing is, as Mr. Erdogan said clearly, he is thinking to implement these kind of measures only after the elections, meaning it is very unlikely that he will implement this. Instead, what we are understanding from this, we are understanding that he is doing it in order to get the public approval because he understands that this friction between Israel and Turkey, it's really good market. It sells, right? So people are, when he's, let's say, having a more tough rhetoric against Israel, so it means that people are loving his approach and people are applauding him like he is our leader. So they see this as a sort of punishment. So
while it might help with re-election, can Turkey afford for relations to further sour with Israel?
Well, unfortunately they can, but it's a two-way street. There will be also other consequences. Let's say tomorrow in the Israeli parliament we may see a new vote for the Armenian genocide. For me, it's now very unlikely that such a bill will pass tomorrow, but in case that Turkey will intentionally deteriorate the relations, Israelis may may go and may pass this Armenian genocide bill from their parliament, which will again lead another important pressure on the White House. Maybe next year the Americans the Israelis may ask the Americans to accept officially the Armenian genocide issue. So for Turks, I think it's too early to decide whether they will do whether they will intentionally deteriorate the relations even more or not.
Now, while the umbrella seems somewhat redundant at this point, what kind of a position does this put the United States and Turkey, the United States, Turkey in rather with relations to the United States, its NATO ally?
Well, the relationship between Israel and United States and Turkey are already complex because of this failed coup attempt. The cleric that is residing in Pennsylvania, as another U.S. citizen nowadays imprisoned in Turkey. There are many different issues. Of course, let us not forget the northern Syria enclave, Afrin, and because of Afrin and Manbij, and the existence of the U.S. forces in the northern Syrian parts where the United States Marines and armies are protecting the Kurdish militia, and from Turkey's perspective, they are terrorists. So there are many issues, and of course, I think this may act as a last straw that may break the camel's back. But
how do you see that playing out then? Breaking the camel's back in what way?
Just last Friday, the Turkish president openly told that the Organization of the Islamic Cooperation should adopt sanctions against those countries who are accepting Jerusalem as Israel's capital. Now, of course, because of the Saudis and Egyptians and United Arab Emirates opposition, they cannot implement these sanctions as the sanctions of the whole Organization of Islamic Cooperation. And I really don't think that Turkey will implement these sanctions unilaterally. So it's still early, but the intention, the statements are very, the rhetoric is very harsh. And of course, this is deteriorating the relationship between the two countries.
All right, Dr. Yanarocak, appreciate that insight.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us.